For 24 days straight, I transformed this tiny island into the origin story of my Shiny Glaceon. But here's the full journey. Every moment, every build, and the final reveal you've been waiting for. Many of you know me as the Shiny Empress, builder of homes and habitats for my shiny Pokemon in our beautiful shiny palace. But this December, instead of adding another room to the palace, I took on something different, something a little more magical. Throughout Vlogmas, you saw pieces of a tiny ocean island slowly transform, hints, moments, and glimmers of a story coming together. Today, on Christmas Day, I'm sharing the full transformation, the origin story of our Shiny Glaceon. So grab your cozy blankets and a warm drink and let me take you through the journey behind the build you've watched unfold all month. We've got a wonderful project planned here for our Shiny Glaceon. She is beautiful and I can't wait to tell her origin story. So we're going to take her along on this lovely journey as we go and collect all the materials and resources we are going to need for this build. Guys, it's a lot. It's quite a massive transformation project, so there's gonna be a lot of things that we're gonna have to gather. I have got about 4 pages in a notebook filled to the brim of items that we are going to need. And because we are making this build for our Shiny Glaceon, it's going to be a frozen island with lots of ice, and that is going to be one of the biggest things that we are gonna have to gather. I don't really want to make an ice farm, so I think we'll probably just go to some ice location. I know there's one over there, and just go to town, mining it all down. But I figure before we start all of that, we've got a backpack here that we need to get a couple of upgrades for, because I want to put all of the materials into this backpack. We need the blank upgrade base, and then we need our stack upgrades. There we go. Stack upgrade tier 3. And in not too much time, I had a diamond stack upgrade and borrowed my magnet from my other backpack so we would have an easier time collecting all the materials. I decided to start this material gathering with the items I needed the least of, which meant I spent a lot of time around my base in my storage system crafting the materials with what I already had. And these are just the things that we need small amounts of. Like, can you imagine when we get to the 20 plus stacks of materials? Gonna be crazy. But one of the things we need is pitcher plant, and I only have 2, but we do have some pitcher pods still, so we're gonna plant these somewhere, and we need to get a couple going here. There we go. So that's exactly 6, and I guess we'll just leave a little bit in there. Okay, back to these small items. Well, pale oak logs aren't exactly a small item on the list, but stripped pale oak wood is, and since I already had some in my storage system, I thought it best to check it off the list. Okay, the list is slowly dwindling now, guys, and most of the little bits and pieces of things we need are now inside of our backpack. But we need a lot more stuff, and now it gets into those massive amount of stacks of items. Welcome to the Mega Ice Mountain, soon to be stripped of its snow layers, snow blocks, packed ice, and even regular ice. But no, not even the Ice Mountain could fulfill our snowy building materials. We also had to fly down into the frozen ocean to find icebergs of blue ice, which we stripped clean. Then we had to gather even more regular ice from the ocean surface. Then, with my backpack full, it was back to base to convert most of this ice into brick variants using the chip mod. After all of the ice collection, it turned out my backpack was going to be too small, so I upgraded it even further into a netherite backpack before heading out into the caves for dripstone. This dripstone I'll be able to turn into a packed ice variant using the chip mod, which is going to make the perfect icy detail to Glaceon's home terrain. But we're not done yet. Now it's time to chop down many stacks of pale oak logs. I'm going to need stripped pale oak logs, regular pale oak logs, pale oak planks, pale oak stairs, and even some trapdoors and fences of the pale oak variety. Well, after a couple of days of work, we are finally ready to get started on this project. Oh my goodness. Okay, this took a way longer than I expected it to, but I also knew that there was a lot of stuff we had to get, so you know what? It probably should have taken me this long and maybe even longer. But we have all of the materials we're going to need, minus 2, but they're ice stones, and when I was designing the build, I honestly thought I had some, and apparently I don't. So we might get those at some point, but for now, well, we're going to have to live without. I would really love at least one like block of ice stone magic, but you know what? At this moment, I think, if I remember correctly, actually, we're just gonna go look for a minute. I don't think I have enough ice stones to actually make a block, but let me just check. So I can't do that, but I feel like I might have brought home 2 ores, see? So if we can fortune this and we actually get enough out of it, we actually might be fine. I forgot about this. So, oh, that's only 1. That's more, but I think that's only 3, which is not gonna do. Oh, it's actually 5. Are we seriously 1 shy? Oh my gosh, guys, we are 1 shy from making a block. Okay, if it's only 1 shy, we're gonna get it. While I did think about stealing from another BattleCrafter, I figured I'd better go hunt for my own. It took a really long time, but eventually I did find one beneath the ocean. Okay, finally we were able to get one, and it's literally 1. But you know what? That's okay, because it gives us 9 ice stones, which gives us 1 block. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're not gonna get more. I think I had like 3 or something, 4 in my build. So yeah, we're just gonna use the 1 and call it good. But that means we can finally head on over to the location that we are going to put Shiny Glaceon's final home, and that is out here in the ocean, past this lovely island, which I figured was too big, which is why we didn't do this one. And we are actually going to be transforming this dark oak forest island into Shiny Glaceon's magical and snowy home. And obviously right now it does not look snowy at all and just very tree and lush like. So we're gonna have to do something about that. And do something about it I did. First, I had to remove all the trees on our chosen island. Then it was time to add in those icy bits. That meant layers of ice and snow from the water up to the surface of the island, which I covered entirely with snow blocks. As we add buildings to this island, some of the snow blocks will be covered or have to be removed, but for now, it gives a nice clean slate to work from. And as a special treat to finishing the terraforming, our first shiny of this whole transformation spawned in. It was just a C-dot, but a great gift before once again adding in another build. This time, a beautiful bridge. Well, we've got step 1 and step 2 done. Guys, this island is now mostly winterified, and we even have ourselves a cute little bridge over there to the second piece of our island. We've got the snow, we've got the ice spikes here, we've got the glow lichen to hopefully get rid of bad spawns that you can definitely hear underneath of here, but we'll have to deal with that later. You know, the snowy oak leaves all around. It's looking very wintry, which is exactly what we need. But we did get this bridge done too, which I think is looking beautiful. I used, again, these packed ice pointed dripstones, which is part of the chip mod. And I think it looks really good to kind of give a little bit of a curve to the bridge pillars. I think that works nicely. We of course got some nice end rods here to shed some light on the subject, but still almost make them look like icicles hanging down from the bridge. I think that is super cool. And I like the depth that the glass panes add into the build along with the trapdoors up there. I just think that build came together so well, the cute little bridge we've got. So yeah, from up here, you of course can see a lot more of it. It is looking, it is plain for sure, but guys, just a little bit ago, we had trees and we had all of this green grass on there and sand and the like, and to have all of that gone now and just have this snow and ice, I think it looks so cool. But we do have a whole lot more to go. There's gonna be a castle here. There's gonna be a tower over there. There's gotta be other like garden decorations and interiors, maybe even a ship and a harbor over this area. Yeah, we got a lot more to go. So we're gonna do the next thing. And the next thing is going to be the tower that sits over there. We're gonna do time lapse again. I'm sorry, there's gonna be a lot of time lapses because as you can tell by the size of this island, there is a whole lot of stuff to build. This lighthouse I am making is meant to be a beacon of light to those on the surrounding ocean. While I did not use a light block, the block I did use is an ice stone to both represent Glaceon's icy history but also suggest the magical nature of her home, because hey, an ice stone block could be a beacon of light in a magical kingdom. Now, before we head off and start building over on that part of the island, we've got to do the interior. So right here on this back wall, I want to put a couch and then maybe a couple of bookshelves right there. And of course, we're gonna need light. And so I'm thinking we're gonna use an end rod and we're gonna use one of these paper lanterns, white paper lamps from Because Lights and Lamps. And on the wall right here, we are going to have a painting. I'm always very partial to this one, the sunflower one. I think that looks really pretty. Now, I think on top of this bookshelf, we should totally have a little flower pot. And if I can find the right flowers, I really like the azure bluettes. Oh yeah, that looks cute. On this wall, of course, we are gonna have stairs, but I'm gonna do that afterwards. Let's get this floor plan in first, and then we can do that part. Okay, that is floor number 1 here, all done and dusted except for our carpet. And that carpet is just gonna go down here, just in that position, kind of gives the area a little bit of warmth. That is the interior. It's very simple, but it's an interior. I don't love doing interiors and I never feel like I'm super good at them, but even adding the few paintings and bookshelves, a couple of carpets and desks, and then this cute little living space down here at the bottom just makes it feel so much more cozy than just an empty cold tower. While the tower is done, the outside does lack a little bit of details, but I am gonna come back to that once we get the other structures up and I can just do it all together. We're leaving this part of the island and we are moving back over here to the large part with all the mobs underneath because I don't know how to light it without melting the ice, but you know what? I'm sure that's gonna be fine. We are going to start in on a little bit more building, and this time I think we're gonna actually get working on the castle. Starting off with one of the castle gates, there are going to be 3 castle gates for people to enter through. It means Glaceon is going to have to make sure security is top notch, but I like the idea that these 3 gates lead into different areas of her kingdom. Besides these 4 gates are going to be the castle towers, which will be connected by the walls of the castle. I am loving the build palette, using the ice brick blocks and topping it off with the pale oak wood. It just leans so nicely into the cold, icy vibe I think Glaceon's kingdom would totally have. This was by far the biggest part of the build to complete, and I tried really hard to detail this area as much as possible, which is why being able to use the pale oak wood was so nice with the trapdoors and fences I was able to include. The walls and the towers and the gates of the castle are all completed, but before we actually get to the interior in here and extend it upwards, I wanted to work on a couple of trees. So we're gonna have a couple of different type of trees, but these are honestly some of the easiest tree designs that I've come up with. They're pretty simple. You just kind of go straight up here with your logs. Now I'm choosing to use pale oak logs, but you of course can use whatever color you want. And then just add a couple of pale oak fences up top there. And then you're going to want to do a couple of circles here with your fence. I think something like that. Then once you've got the branches laid out, all you need to do is start filling the spaces in with leaf blocks. If you're wondering what the white leaves are, they are from the Because Holiday mod. All I had to do was combine oak leaves with snowballs and I got these, which are an incredible addition to Glaceon's Winter Kingdom. I don't call myself like super great at building trees, but the couple designs that I have come up with on my own, I don't mind. I think they work for the purposes that I am making them for. And hey, you know, you gotta practice in order to get better at something. So hopefully by practicing some of these and changing it up once in a while, I will continue to get better at tree making. Now, I also want to make sure we are pulling down a couple of leaves here on the top one. I just like the look of it, having them do that. And because we have a couple of green ones here too, we'll try and pull a little bit of that down. Okay, and I want a lantern up here on the top to help with the light situation. And we will do the same here on the bottom once we get in a couple of these little trailing leaf blocks. That's perfect, guys. That's absolutely perfect. We will continue on. There's at least one more tree like this I want to build. But first, let's build this one right here, which is a different tree altogether, but it'll work. It'll it'll come together nicely, and it's more of a bush really than a tree. And stepping back, this one's a little harder to see from this angle, but even just going from this angle is very simple. And it's a little bit flat on the top, but it's still a bush. What do we think? I think that's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna add in a couple of more of each of these and we'll see what it's starting to look like. It's looking so good, guys. Look at that. Having a couple of trees and bushes around here just is really starting to fill the place out. And if we go into free cam here, you can start to see how it's all going to come together. So we've got our watchtower lighthouse in that corner. We've got the beginnings of our castle right here. And oh my goodness, we are now going to go into the interior of the castle and we are actually going to get it built. So these are just the walls and the gate and the towers. We still need to actually make the place where people will live and work. I have built a few castles in my day. I mean, look at what the Shiny Palace is turning into. However, I've never built a castle this small, but I thought it would be so fitting for Glaceon. The cold, icy exterior that tells visitors that Glaceon means business, but then a warm, cozy interior that says Glaceon is warm and friendly on the inside. And I think this main castle shows that perfectly. Well, Glaceon, what do you think? Do you think I have been doing a good job here representing where you came from? With this gigantic, beautiful, icy castle? I sure hope you like it. Well, my friends, we are getting progress done. Like, look at this thing. Now that we actually have the main castle on the inside, this is looking like finished, even though it's not finished. There is still stuff to do out there. And of course, we have the full interior of this place to do. But Glaceon, we're going to put you back into your ball and we are going to see what we can't do about getting the interior of this main castle build done. Once again, I am back building an interior, and while I absolutely love how they make a build feel, I always feel like there's something lacking, especially here on the bottom floor. I do really love the couch and bookshelves here at the bottom of the steps, and I even like how the kitchen turns out. Though I probably could have filled it a little more with maybe a bigger table or even a kitchen island. And the shelving on the other side is nice, but I think there's room for more. However, I'm leaving it as it is because even with what I have put in here, it's still making it look so cozy. Upstairs, on the other hand, I absolutely love so many bookshelves, and the pictures that were placed along with lighting just makes this library feel like a place I'd want to spend most of my days. And with those few blocks all placed, guys, we have for ourselves a beautiful interior. Here upstairs, we've got our library, and then downstairs, we got for ourselves a kitchen, a little, I don't know, eating area, another seating area, and a bit of storage. Now we have to go brave something, guys. Something that I think is pretty dangerous. We'll finish the decorations out here in a minute, but yeah, you see that creeper down there? Yeah, I see ya. I think it's very dangerous down there because I stupidly did not light it up. Okay, creeper coming this way. We do not want our builds exploded because that's just rude. Oh my gosh, there's so many creepers in there. Why are there so many creepers in my build? Okay, do not blow up my build. I don't have the resources to fix it. Okay, I probably would, but... Get over here, sir. Also, please don't melt my snow or my ice. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Why? Why? For the love, why? Don't blow it up. Oh, please, no. Oh my gosh, I missed the hit. Oh my goodness, this is bad, guys. This is so bad. Okay, we need to get some lights out. Can we stop with the amount of creepers, please and thank you? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. Oh, and there's a... Oh, no. Here, can you just shoot that guy before he shoots me? He hurts so hard. Oh my gosh. And she's dead. Oh, for the love, guys. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. This was supposed to be a cozy, cute little Vlogmas build, and somebody forgot to light things up. Good to know. Okay. Okay, fly up and let's head back out over here. Oh, that looks so cool when it comes into view, guys. Wow, I like it. I don't like every creature down here, though. Where's my body? Here's my body. Okay, oh, there's a witch. Okay, Mr. Witch. When they say Mr., I mean... all of you bad people in there. Yes, all of you. Talking to all of you. I am so sorry, girl. Can you please not be in my way? Lay some torches down. Oh my goodness, guys, that's ridiculous. Building in survival Minecraft can be such an adventure, especially when you have a mod that makes mobs a little extra OP, but now we're into more building. This time, I'm making an armory below the main castle. We've got a forge here on the back wall, no smokestack though on the outside, so I guess we're just gonna pretend that logically this whole room would not fill with smoke. But we've also got all 6 types of armor, minus copper, because that's not available in the version of Minecraft we play, and we even got piles of riches here on the back wall. Diamonds, gold, and iron for days. Guys, that looks so cool, having the armor stands right there. Oh, this is coming together so nicely. I love the pristine white and blue colors that happen using all of this like ice and making this into the winter magical wonderland. Like, this is so cool. And the only thing left we have to do here is do a little bit of gardening, which means I want to pull in a little bit of dirt. I would say something like so. Here on the edges, we're gonna put a couple of logs there. And then we'll just have like the staircase, right, that we can go up and down on. So we're gonna just let this all grow up. I'm gonna add in a couple of lights here just to help it out a little bit. And I think we should head back up top there, which I have just discovered a problem that I didn't think about, guys. You see, we can get easily down here into this area, but I didn't actually make it so that we could get up there without flying. This is a little bit of an oversight on my part. Thankfully though, I have a solution. All of these towers at the gates are hollow on the inside, so all we have to do is break into them, make a spiral staircase to the wall level, and pop a hole in the tower outside the main castle patio, and we have the perfect way in and out of Glaceon's castle home. Now that we're here, it's time to decorate this patio with some light blue candles, blue pots, and some planters for our pitcher pot flowers. And with even those few things, this place has become such a beautiful place to hang out. Now it's time to do something about building a shipyard, or, you know, at least one ship and maybe a small dock. Starting off with the dock, we're keeping it simple by using some pale oak wood and a staircase leading down from the main island. I didn't particularly want anything extravagant, but at least now we have a way down to the water's edge. After this was done, I started in on the ship build, and the colors on this were gorgeous. Such a perfect addition to Glaceon's icy kingdom. While the ship isn't connected to any of the docks, I still think the placement of the ship is beautiful and suggests it's still actively in use shipping materials to and from Glaceon's icy kingdom. As I was building this dock and this ship, which by the way, I absolutely love, I think this looks so cool, I have realized a slight problem that we're not going to fix. When I put in the Lightmatica build, I definitely put it up one block higher than I was supposed to. You see how the ice is like a block out of the water? That's actually supposed to be in the first layer of water. And yeah, I've just realized that, and I'm not going to do anything about it because I've built everything else already. So I'm kind of wondering, like, with that, do I go around and add like extra ice like this? I don't really know that that's going to look very good, guys. I mean, we'll just like try here just a little bit and just see what it looks like. I mean, the alternative is we could just drop this layer and just add like one extra on the bottom here of our walls, but I just don't know if that is something we really need to do or if it even really matters. Because we could have something like this, right? And then an ice layer up. We'd have to be a little bit careful that that lamp might melt this ice. I'm unsure. Since it hasn't already, especially that one piece that was sitting there, I'm suspecting it's all right. But we could do something like that. That could be helpful because the rest of it here, you can't really tell. You know, having the ship out that far is not a problem. Like 2 blocks, like there's no problem with that. So yeah. I'm gonna sit on it a little bit and see if I want to add in that second piece or if I want to actually take the time to drop everything down one layer. But before I decide if I'm going to drop that layer of ice, let's clear out the ship of its water and place just a few decorations around to make it feel complete. I think I've done it, guys. So I've added in the rest of the iron bars directly up, and I added in a little bit more light on the top just to try and make sure that like the sails themselves were lit up enough that we won't have mobs spawning on the top. And I think it looks good. Simple, but good. From ships to paths and a fountain, this is where Glaceon's icy kingdom really comes together. If you ever have those moments where you think the build you're doing in your world is ugly, start adding in the details. I mean, look at this. Just the simple addition of these two things make a world of difference to Glaceon's icy kingdom. I've got all of the paths now done, and I even ended up putting in our beautiful fountain here. Again, using the polished diorite to go along with the icy theme, and I think it looks great. We're gonna add in a couple more things around this area, maybe some grass bits and flower bits and the like, but we'll come back for some more decorations in a bit. Right now, I wanna get an ice rink going, and I have for ourselves a hole in the ground. But what I really would like to do is grab a little bit of this sand that I have pulled up, and I kind of want to make all of it sand down here in the bottom because I want to actually have some fishes roaming around underneath the water. We're gonna have to go catch the fish, but I'm sure that's fine. Now I know we could put like a Magikarp or something like that inside of here, like with a pasture block. I'm not sure I would want to do that. I think we're just gonna do like cod and salmon, but we're gonna do a little bit of that. Please, sir. Oh, you're gonna die, aren't you? I probably should have filled this up with water first. Fish? Oh dear fish. Yep, continue to enjoy the water there. And don't try and get out of the water. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, let's go get a couple of salmon here or something. So we're gonna put one salmon right there, and then we're gonna figure out what we did with the other salmon. And we're gonna put another one there. We don't need much, but I like the movement underneath the ice, right? So now we're going to take our ice and we are going to lay it all down along the top here. Yes, see? You can kind of see them swimming around down there. Who knows? They might get caught up in one corner, but hey, at least there's movement. But yeah, here we have a little campfire that you can just, you know, warm up your hands after you've finished skating and enjoyed the nice crisp outdoor air. I think this is great. We are so close with finishing off this entire build. Guys, look at how well this has come together. It has definitely been multiple days of building and gathering materials, but oh my goodness. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and I think Shiny Glaceon would be proud of her origin story and where she came from here in this icy winter wonderland. So let's get to finishing off her icy kingdom with these final details. I'm gonna add a beautiful flower garden here on the side, and no, I am not planting flowers on snow, as that isn't possible. But once again, the Macaw's mod comes through where I was able to make some snowy dirt and plant all the flowers on that. And finally, with a couple of custom rocks, some snowy leaves, and snowy grass, we have for ourselves a beautiful icy kingdom for our Shiny Glaceon's original home. We are getting really close, guys. I have finished off fixing all of the ice down there at the bottom, and I think it just looks a little bit better to have it directly in line with the water. Definitely not perfect, but yeah, it just looks so much better. Now, the last thing I want to do for the actual building of this place is I need a little bit more light, and I'm kind of unsure what I would like to do, but I want to play around a little bit with having some lamps situated around here a bit. Shouldn't melt anything. I don't think it's close enough to melt, but then you also, yeah. You also get a little light on the subject, which is important because I'm getting some spawns in here, which I don't love. And then maybe we do one more in the back here, but that sheds the little extra light that we kind of need in this area. And oh my goodness, I love it. Oh, it's so beautiful. So very beautiful to have this winter wonderland right here. Perfect for our Shiny Glaceon, for where she came from. I have one more thing, guys. I have been asking on YouTube in my community posts what you guys think would be some amazing Pokemon who could take on jobs and roles here at Shiny Glaceon's home. Those posts are still going out, but I've gotten a couple of suggestions already, and that means we might have to do a little bit of Pokemon hunting right now because I want these Pokemon who do take roles here to be shiny. So, of course, we have Shiny Glaceon, which is amazing, but technically she lives with me now over in our Shiny Palace, but we need a Lighthouse keeper for that tower over there. I want a ship keeper for the ship that goes back and forth. I want a librarian for our library upstairs. I want a blacksmith who will work inside of our armory here. And I think it would be amazing to even have a gardener out here tending to the flowers, you know, cleaning the fountain and just making it beautiful. So I am still waiting for all of those posts to go out and all of your lovely suggestions, but 2 of them have gone out by the recording of this piece of the video. So I thought we could maybe start looking at getting our first one. And the first one is actually our blacksmith. And you guys all voted, and the one with the highest amount of votes was Tinkaton. Guys, I think that's absolutely amazing. I think he would make such a great blacksmith. So we're gonna go get one because I do not have a shiny one. Now, I won't be showing a lot of the footage of hunting for these shiny Pokemon because let's be real, it's kind of boring. You're simply running place to place trying to get them to spawn in so you can make a KO streak. And with Tinkaton, or Tinkatink, who I started the streak with, they're a rare Pokemon, which means getting a streak started and maintained takes a lot more time than a common Pokemon. So when I screwed up, not once but twice while hunting Tinkaton and broke my streak, I was devastated. Guys, I just did it again. I knocked a Gimmighoul out again, and I'm now back down to a streak of 1 of 3 after a streak. Dudes, seriously, what the heck is going on? I don't have time for this. Oh, I just lost a full streak. How? Guys, I just want to go crawl into a hole at this point. I don't want to do another streak. I've taken a deep breath. I have reached out to a fellow battlecrafter and asked if they had one to share. Unfortunately, they don't, but deep breath helped, and I guess we're on to another streak. Oh my gosh, guys. I have got to be way more careful about this because honestly, both times I've broken this streak, I have absolutely no recollection of ever engaging a gaming ghoul in battle, and this is becoming ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, my friends, this is a streak of 101 Tinkatinks, and I am being so uberly careful that is a Tinkatink in the right-hand top corner every single time. Casey hopefully will be able to come and hunt with me in a little bit. I honestly don't know how long. He's probably working right now. But if he is unable to make it before I actually get a shiny Tinkatink, I'm going to still ask him to help out with the other Pokemon that you guys have chosen on my community posts. So we have to get a shiny lantern. That is the next one. So I'm hoping he'll help with that. And I also looking like I might need a shiny Ribombee. So yeah, so I'm gonna ask him for help on those if we happen to get the shiny Tinkatink beforehand. But you know what? If I have a friend's help, maybe this will go a little bit faster because that would be really good. Guys, when I'm recording this, it is November 25th. I have like, what, 5 days? Guys, I have 5 days to get a lot of stuff done in. Oh, Vlogmas time, guys. It gets so wild and crazy. Oh, guys. Finally, look at this. We got a shiny one. Let's go. Oh my gosh, my gosh, my gosh. That is 100. This will be number 162, except I'm catching it. So, you know, stay in the ball, please, and thank you. Oh my gosh, guys. Finally. We've did it. We have done it. We finally got our shiny Tinkatink. And I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. I am, yeah, inside, I am jumping for joy right now. Now that we've got shiny Tinkatink, our next Pokemon is Shiny Lantern, and Casey is available and ready to come help with the hunt. Let's go meet up with him. Welcome
Great,
to
Callie.
my icy paradise for this little fella.
This is
This
Shiny
is,
Glaceon?
yeah, this, I have decided to, well, at least make Shiny Glaceon for Vlogmas. Her original biome kingdom, whatever you want to call it, you know? Like, she now lives with me, but her parents would have lived here and all her subjects, you know? Lore.
Oh, the lore.
And thanks to Casey, it wasn't too long before we caught our Shiny Lantern. Oh, there's a shiny. What shiny is? It's a shiny one. I got a shiny one.
You got a shiny one? No, how?
I got a shiny one with a streak of 132. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're now going to wait until you have a shiny one.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out and helping.
Oh, you're welcome. If you need some more help with a Ribombee or anything else, hit me up.
Will do.
Happy to help.
Sounds
Happy to
good. Well, here we are back in the cherry forest. We are on our way here to try and capture a shiny Ribombee. I mean, we're going to do Cutie Fly first and then obviously evolve into Ribombee. But a big shout out to Casey there who came and helped me out with catching the shiny lantern that we've now got. That was, yeah, that was not a hard project at all when the two of us were going. Like, so many Pokemon were just spawning in. So easy. Guys, this is perfect. So we're on a streak of 118 Cutie Flies. But our beautiful Tinkatuff is now ready to evolve. So let's do that under these cherry branches. Yes, let's go, buddy. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Looks so good. Look at him. I have also noticed, guys, that I checked the poll that I asked you about who should be our gardener. And while Rabombi was definitely on top of the list, it is now actually Lilligant. So it's our Buttercup that is on the top, which is kind of cool. However, we're already like 120 into the streak, so I don't really want to stop because that seems pointless when we're so close to a shiny anyways. So I'm thinking, since there are multiple gardens in our actual Glaceon's like castle area, maybe we just have multiple gardeners. Like, why not, right? Okay, guys, we are sitting at 157 cutie flies here. KO'd, and I'm really hoping we're gonna get a shiny soon. We've done it, guys. What is this? 181 streak, and we finally got a shiny. Ignore the second shiny Tinkatongue. That's a bug. We've got a shiny cutie fly. Let's go. Oh, he's so pretty in pink. I actually didn't know what I was going to be looking for here, but so pretty. And we are going to, I don't know, can we try a heal ball? Maybe this one will work. That would be cool. Nope, did not work. Okay then. Well, we're just gonna keep throwing Pokeballs at him. Okay, we're just gonna try a Dream Ball since I do have the diamonds and don't need to worry too much about wasting. Yes, let's go, guys. Oh, that's so cool. And Cutie Fly is already ready to evolve. Let's go, guys. 59, not great, but that's okay. We're not looking for the actual IVs being good. However, we are going to evolve this little fella into Rabombi. Let's go. Come and be my gardener, please, sir. I think you're gonna love your new home. Oh, you're beautiful. Look at that beautiful pink sparkle. And it even looks like you're wearing a scarf. Wow, that's actually gonna fit so well. So well in your icy new home. We've got for ourselves our shiny Rabombi. We've got a shiny lantern and a shiny Tinkaton. And we are gonna go see about putting these beautiful fellas out. With a couple of pasture blocks hidden as best that I could, we added some of the Pokemon into their forever homes. Here in the Armory, we added Tinkaton. Then, out in the Lighthouse, we let Lantern roam. He's a little fish out of water, but let's just use our imagination and believe that's exactly how he'd like to be. And finally, Rabombi was released from her pasture block, though unfortunately, since she's able to fly, she's going to go wherever she decides she wants to. I guess that's fine and we'll survive. Now, one of the jobs for a Pokemon that I haven't asked you about on my community posts is Beartick. Guys, I think Beartick could look so cool as guards for this castle. So I'm gonna go do some Cobblemon Unchained work and get for ourselves one, maybe even two shiny Bearticks that can guard our castle gates. So I'm hoping somewhere out here on this water, icy water, snow, we'll find some Cubchews and start a streak of them. This isn't the shiny I wanted, guys. But you know what? I'll take it. Hi, buddy. Yeah, could you have been a Cubchew, please? Like, that would have been really, really nice. Now, we do have one of these guys, but we're going to catch another one because it's shiny. And I very rarely spend time out in the ice biome, so I very rarely catch any icy shiny Pokemon. So that's amazing. I am currently on a streak of over 200, and I have not seen a shiny Cubchew. But apparently, a shiny Remoraid decided he wanted to spawn in. So I guess this is the shiny we'll be catching today. I don't understand why it's taking so long to get a shiny Cubchew. And I start to question myself, do they actually exist? Are there such things as shiny Cubchews? These are the questions I ask myself, and I sure hope there are, because I would really like one or two. But yeah, that's a thing. Sir, you need to stay in the ball. Okay, Buttercup. We're going to sleep powder. Hopefully this will work. Nope, definitely did not work. How about stun powder? Or spore, as the case may be. Now you're paralyzed. Will you stay in this ball while I drown? Yes, so we have captured one of them. But yeah, I still have not found a shiny Cubchoo, and it's becoming a little ridiculous. At least for the odds that we have on the server. Yeah. With the odds, I feel like I should have had one 50 Pokemon ago. But clearly that's not a thing. We're getting lots of Cubchoos though. A whole lot of Cubchoos. But as you can tell, we are on a streak of 204. Guys, I have just logged back on the server and we finally got a shiny. Let's go. Oh my goodness, over 200 streak and we finally got a shiny. Like this is just ridiculous. I'm gonna sleep powder him. It missed, so I guess we're not gonna sleep powder him. I am gonna try again though, because I kind of want to sleep powder. I want to put him into a dream ball. Beautiful. He is sleeping, although he has no animations for sleep in, I guess, 1.6. Maybe that's changed for 1.7. Who knows? But we're going to put him into a Pokeball here, and I do want one more, guys. Let's go! Finally. Yes, that was not long at all, guys. We've got our second one. Oh, let's go. Okay, we're gonna try and sleep you again here if we can. What are you percentage-wise? Only 62. I don't even know what the other one was, but... Okay, well, sleep powder really doesn't work very well on them, apparently, but that's okay. It missed again. Well, we'll try again. There we go. Now we should be able to use our Dream Ball and catch this guy, and oh my goodness, we could be finished our Bear Tick Cubchoo hunt here, and we can go and get our final, I think the final Pokemon that we're going to want. And that final Pokemon, guys, I think is going to be Chandelure. So I asked for your suggestions on what Pokemon would do great in the library of our castle, and the vast majority of you have said Chandelure. So I think we are going to go and try and get one of those. Although I will say, one of you did mention that Chandelure could be a liability for all of the items, since, you know, Light Lantern could potentially burn. I don't know. But it was something I hadn't thought about at all. So we'll take that into consideration, but regardless, we are still going to get ourselves a Chandelure for the actual librarian. Okay, we are at a streak of, this will be 108. Don't know when I'm going to see a shiny. Obviously, Cubchoo was over 200 before we saw one. Kind of hoping it'll be sooner than that, but you know what? If it's not, that is totally cool. But we are finally getting close here, over the 100 mark, and that's always really nice to see when you're doing a long streak. And unfortunately, it's also really dangerous in the Nether, and I have now already died at least once. Yes. Was not recording, but yes, Endermen, guys. Endermen are the worst. That is all I will have to say. Guys, there's a shiny on the map. Finally. We're really close to 200, but also I have no idea where this guy is. Only that he's this way, and he's up. Okay, let's remove that guy. Let's see. He is upwards. I hope he doesn't despawn before I figure out where he is. He has to be up in like a nook. Like maybe up here? Yes. Ow! He's here. Is that him? Oh, that's him! Let's go. Okay, guys. We're gonna get over there, hopefully, before he despawns here, because I don't know how long he's been there. We're gonna catch him, and this is our shiny. Let's go. I am so incredibly sorry. Okay, you're only there. But we've got ourselves a shiny, so I think what I'm going to try to do is we're going to sleep powder him. Hopefully he sleeps. Yes, perfect. And we're gonna catch. I knew it wasn't gonna be too long because we did have a almost 200 streak, but there we go. We got our shiny Litwick. So now we need to evolve this guy. We have a streak of 192. That's how long it took in order to get the one shiny. And that is our final shiny Pokemon streak we're going to need. So now it's time to evolve our Cubchoos and get them placed in Glaceon's Icy Kingdom. You're gonna make such a great guard. It's gonna be wonderful. You look quite interesting, but I'll take it. Okay, you look like a menacing guard. Yeah, you can't move. You'll just jump and make really weird honey sounds. Does this work, guys? Would he be better if we put him up top on those? I don't think so. I think it works better if they're on both these sides. I've done it. We've got two little bear ticks ready to guard against intruders. First off, the honey sound, super weird, but I love the fact that we can actually keep them in a location and they will just be here forever. Oh, this is so much fun. I love building things like this where it's like telling that story of origin of where one of my shiny Pokemon came from. So cool. So incredibly cool. But I was thinking, as I was hunting for the shiny Litwick, what about having a shiny Pokemon to be the captain of my ship? Maybe shiny Netherite Goldango? Thankfully, all I need to do is evolve my shiny Gimmighoul. Come on, buddy. Can't believe I'm doing this. Like, I didn't even think I'd ever get to this point. Oh, I love it so much, guys. Look at that. We got the little bit of netherite there on his hair pieces, his little smile, his lovely rest of him. I think this is perfect. Come on, come on. In front of the lighthouse. This is a beautiful picture. Nice. Okay. So, we've got a lamp in, and then all we need to do is find our dusk stone here. And if we feed that to him, he's now ready to evolve again, and we can finish this off. Oh, let's go. Oh, this is so cool, guys. Finally, the final one. All ready to go into his new home. Oh, you look so beautiful. I love it. Haha, he does come out the right side. Hey, buddy. Oh my gosh, look at how good he looks as our captain. Please, for the love, stay on this ship. You are surrounded by water. Please don't decide that you want to jump off. And now we release our lovely Chandelure into here. Hey, buddy. Welcome to your job. Look at that. He's already looking at the books and making sure they're all right. Oh, that's so cool. This is looking so good. Let's ask Glaceon what she thinks. You like it? Do you think I did a good job, bud? Do you think this place is just the perfect original home for you? Oh, I sure hope so. I spent a lot of time on this, and I'm sure you'll love it as much as I do. Come on, let's go for a wander, and I'll show you everything that I've done. So this is your skating rink with all the fishies down there. I'm sure you can, like, you know, swim along with them on the surface. Yes, yes, I'm sure you like that. This is your little warm-up by the fire situation. Hello? Okay, you didn't like that idea? Okay, cool, that's fine. Now, this over here, see? These are your guards, your bear tick guards. Yeah. I think those ones you like. Yeah, they're great. Do a great job. And then if we come through over this direction, you can see, yeah, you can see that you got Tinkaton just at work right here. He's doing such a good job. Absolutely. I know, I'm so sorry here. You just come on in. Come on in through the gate. Nope, in through the gate. And of course, all your diamonds are right there. I really tried to get ice stones for you too. I am so sorry. I'm apparently not that rich. Got some diamonds over here showing off your wealth. You even got iron and gold on that side. I know, wild craziness. And Tinkaton. Yeah, I know, you guys are like best buds, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah. Does a good job for you, right? Made you all these pieces of armor. Absolutely. I knew it. I knew you were really good with them. Okay, and then, yeah, through here, I made you some beautiful custom trees, this lovely gate right here. And do you like my bridge? Like, I really hope that this bridge is just exactly how you remember it as a kid. I know, right? Like, absolutely. And this tower, yeah, this lighthouse tower for everybody who's just like coming to visit. I know, you like this too, don't you? You remember this place, hanging out here as a kid? Absolutely. Hey, you can come in. Okay, well, we'll find out. I know, doors are hard. But yeah, you got like this couch you can sit on. You can go up the staircase and like, look at this. This is where you used to spend all your time. Okay. This is where you used to spend all your time studying. You remember that? Just kind of hanging out with the lighthouse keeper? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you remember that too. And then you came up the stairs. There's a little bit of storage here. And then there is a fish. Okay. And then there is a fish, Glaceon. You remember the fishy, your lantern here, who took care of all the area and made sure nobody ran into your precious kingdom? Yes, yeah, I'm sure you're well aware that the fish is a little out of water here, but, you know, still does a great job. And then, you know, like down here on the ship's dock, right? Like, do you ever remember Jarvis down here running the ship, like, so that you could bring items to and fro? Yeah, he's a great captain, isn't he? Absolutely, yes. One of your best friends, right? Like, look at how cool dude he is, pointing out what all the fish is in the ocean, everywhere he used to travel and continues to travel. Yeah, no, it's pretty sweet. And then let me show you upstairs, which I'm sure you remember oh so well. I mean, you did grow up there after all. Wait, we can't show you that yet. Like, you gotta come this way first. Because this is like your flower garden. You remember spending a lot of time here when you were like a little Eevee, right? Like, you used to spend so much time here within these flowers. They just match. Like, look at that. Like, you blend in so well. Your parents used to really struggle finding you. Got some more custom trees for your garden. And then this lovely fountain. You remember that, right? You used to run around it in circles for ring around the fountain. Yes. You do remember that, didn't you? Yeah, you used to play with all your friends around here. So yeah, then when you were upstairs here, you remember going around in this circle in the tower and then being like, hey, I can run around up top here when your parents were like, you need to be safer and actually spend time in the castle? Yeah, you remember that, don't you? And that this was like your main home where you just hung out and enjoyed reading books and eating good food. I know, right? It was the best, wasn't it? Like, you could sit on this couch right here and just like hang out. And then there's the little tiny kitchen you got over here and a little bench to sit on when you ate your food that was prepped so nicely by the cook. And you remember your the archives master? Yeah. This little chandelier right here? Yeah. Loves the archives, doesn't he? He used to teach you everything you know about the books. And then upstairs here? Yeah, upstairs, right? You remember all of these library books that you used to read all of the time and looking at the paintings and then freaking your parents out by standing on top of the trapdoors? Yeah, no, I understand. And then you would sit right here on this chair and you would just look out at your kingdom. Oh yeah, you're remembering all of it, aren't you? I hope you enjoyed this walk down memory lane there, beautiful Glaceon, and I'm very happy that you love it. And that's a wrap on this month-long transformation of this island into Glaceon's Icy Kingdom. If you'd like to see me do more of these transformation projects for my shiny Pokemon, please make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. You may be noticing a change in Glaceon's appearance, and that is because we have updated the BattleCraft SMP to Cobblemon 1.7. So get ready to see some content from the new update and keep an eye on Modrith for the updated BattleCraft mod pack. If it's not out yet, it will definitely be out very soon. Thanks so much for watching and happy holidays. I'll get you in my next video.